Hello, everyone. Welcome to LOCKBEARD Phenomena number 22. Vardoger, Ka, Fetch. Um, Probably a lot of people haven't heard those words. Mr. Lee 3PO may be familiar with Fetch. Um, it's Saturday, December 11th, 2021, 6 p.m. How's everybody doing? Let's see who's here. Scotty, Sandra, the Bat Mom. Welcome, Bat Mom. You actually were not second. It looks like Sandra was second, but I don't know what's going on over here. I look over here on YouTube and I do not see Sandra as the second person in chat, but I do uh, in StreamYard here. I see your I see Sandra's second comment. She was a second comment, but I don't see her saying hi to Scotty. I see her saying hi to me. So sometimes there's some weird stuff like that where chat comments don't actually show up where they should. I just don't like it when things don't line up like that. Pyromedic says, "Hey, Master Blaster." Thunderdome. Little Thunderdome reference there. Mr. Lee 3PO. Welcome. Let's see here. The Enlightened Minx here. He says Vardoger, maybe Norwegian. Yeah. It's a Scandinavian word for basically the same thing as a doppelganger. Now that one probably most people have heard it, but that's a German word for it. Bet Mom says cold as hell. Lies. Fine, I'll be third. Timmy boy, welcome. What's up? How'd you like that? That band hammer comes down hard over there sometimes. I saw that. I saw it. See who else is here. Has anyone had experiences with doppelgangers? You remember that comment? You resemble that comment? It's because of latency of the signal transference. Yo, brains, bro. The timestamps are even off. Mandela effect. I don't know about that. Yo, Sandra's sister. Yeah. I think there may be a number of explanations for doppelganger situations. I think there's like some cases. Well, like Vardoger, a lot of times it's not really referring to the site of your twin or something very similar to you. Sometimes it's the sound, like people hear the sounds of an event that's about to occur, and then it actually occurs, and they hear it exactly the same. And so it's almost like a premonition type situation. So maybe there's a little bit of a. Sometimes maybe people are able to perceive something from a few moments ahead in time, and sometimes before that time. That's the point in the present that they're at. Um, but other cases of doppelgangers, the reports anyway, it's a different situation. Like the Saji situation, where it's not that they were seeing necessarily something from a different time, but or a premonition of any kind, but it was almost as if her spirit would leave her body, because they said she would appear pale or diminished or exhausted or something while people were witnessing her doppelganger. She wasn't seeing it apparently, but that, like many accounts though, uh, could be questioned as to its authenticity. But uh, it's an interesting story. Scotty says, I'm 6'9", Lockbeard. That's why the joke. Gotcha. A future vision, Mr. Lee says. Um, so this idea exists in so many cultures over time. Humans are right. Try to take yourself out of out of your, I don't know how to say it. Try to look at things objectively. Think about things in an untainted perspective. If you're, let's say, you're something completely different or alien to humanity, and you're looking at humanity, and you're like, why is everything twins? Why do they always have uh why are they so why do they love twins? Like in all our movies and TV shows, almost always end up with some kind of twin, or somebody gets twin, or there's like an evil twin. It's not always an evil situation, but we are really, if you try to look at it objectively, we are overly fascinated with this idea. You know, um, it's just everywhere. Even Stewie had a twin, an evil twin or whatever. Well, I don't know how evil he was. Stewie's kind of evil anyway. Um, Twins are everywhere. In it's like, what, it's just overused in movies and TV, but it's there. Um, Link says, "I'm good brains. Commit evil event, thinking of avoiding the BS plan. Low doorways." Timmy Boy says, "For them to say other channels won't answer legit questions and now they're doing it is no big deal, but I feel like I should be told what for. They wouldn't even man up and give me that. Cowards." Well, look, that was totally Patrick Vaughn that did that. So, and so I would suggest potentially looking at the situation that he was acting on his own volition, not necessarily with the consent of the owner of the channel. Just saying. That was a little heavy-handed, just was, but just saying. Scotty says, "Head brush government on the planet, nuke every government on the planet." Balance says, "Because there's no other options than the twins." No other options than the twins. Hello, Jen. Welcome. He wasn't really. His comment. Oftentimes, to see, this is why I don't even want to even open up the can of worms of having mods. because you know, it's just, this is just, I'm just not even going to do it. Because so often you see cases where a mod, you know, gets personally offended or whatever, and, you know, starts abusing their wrench. Um, I'm not sure if I'm going to go so far in this case to say it was. I don't know. I don't want to say anything strongly about that situation, but I felt it was heavy-handed. Um, Stewie's evil twin. um, you know, there's twins everywhere in movies. Well, I mean, look at it. I think it's because it's so prevalent in folklore and it's just it's spilling over into um, our entertainment. Don't do it, Lockbeard. It's starting to look like, to me, that may be a strong indication that there's something real going on with these things, these doppelgangers. Uh, that's just a term most people know. Vardoger. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, but it's a Scandinavian version. Which that word, it means like a guardian or a watchman, and then the other part of the word means mind or soul. So it's like a guardian spirit. But so what is that thing? You know, is it part of your spirit? Is it like your subconscious part of your mind projecting itself and trying to protect you from something or warn you about something that you're not really conscious of? Is it a completely separate spiritual entity that resides in your physical body as well, but it normally doesn't have control? But when it projects itself, it identifies with that physical body, so it projects itself in the same image as you. So it really, truly isn't you. Um, I don't know. Could be one of those things. Could be there's cases of both. What if there is more than one spiritual entity residing in your body? We know, we hear of possession, where, you know, some kind of spiritual entity has invaded your body and tried to take control. So it isn't that far off to say maybe there's a spiritual entity within you that is not. It's just not normally something that's in control. It just kind of lives there. Um, Tammy Boy says, "Sorry, Lockbear, I didn't mean to get you off topic. I'm done with it unless he shows up here." That's cool, Timmy. I don't care. I don't care. I mean, we're gonna. I mean, we'll talk about. I'm sure other things will come up as we go on tonight, because they will. They always do. News, TV, programming, movies are truth mixed with propaganda. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. The twin thing, the doppelganger thing. It I think it might be something that's true. That Mama says, "I'd like to share my pod with you anytime." What? Scotty says, propaganda with a whiff of truth sometimes. Sadly, brains can't wait. So like this is a little known movie. I talked about this movie before. The movie's called White Dwarf. And anyway, they have there's this legend of these two ladies. They just refer to them as the two ladies. And you'll hear them say over and over. They're kind of like who awaits you in the spiritual world when you die, and sometimes they appear as premonitions, or to try and alert you to something. You know, it doesn't really explain very well. I think they were intending on making a TV series, and the movie was actually the pilot. But they say the two great ladies. They always say two great ladies will catch your fall, for they are the ones who catch us all. So things like this appearing in movies, it just happens so much. It's almost like it can't be uh, coincidence. Um, Catch up in some chat. We got Bigfoot and on up in here. Iron Dogger says, yo, Lockbeard, Vardog is an interesting conversation. Did I miss it already? I haven't said much about it. You can add to that if you want. I guess I'll go ahead and say, like, because the other words I put on there, ka and fetch. Ka is basically, it's kind of the same thing as a doppelganger, or uh, 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 I'm not pronouncing this Vardoger or whatever it's pronounced. The Scandinavian one. Ka is like the kind of the Egyptian version. Fetch is kind of the Irish version. But it's everywhere. Pearl says it's just interesting how and why nature duplicates itself. Unknown a few sets of twins that have that weird twin thing. Yeah, I'm going to talk about some weird twin things in some movies here in a little bit. Let's see here. Catch up in the chat. So well, here, hold on a second. Let me get this off of here. So this thing is supposed to be like a like almost like it is you sometimes. Sometimes it's like it isn't you, but it looks like you, and it tries to act against you, but sometimes it is you. But it's a weird thing, and it just appears too much in movies, and Star Trek, they had the doubles from the other universe, and like sometimes like Commander Riker got duplicated in the transporter, and his duplicate's basically exactly the same as him, except he kind of started living a different life and kind of became a bad guy. And it's just everywhere. I mean, you can't even list them all the times that there's been some kind of doppelganger situation in movies. I'm sure a lot of you remember this little scene from Star Wars. Now, a lot of times the twins aren't identical, right? But this is just, things get weird sometimes. But they do have like this spiritual situation, this connection going on. Unfortunately, they don't figure it out before they start like falling in love with each other, right? They're brother and sister. I thought this is just funny, but I do kind of want to like show this deleted scene, because y'all seen the actual scene from the movie, right? Well, and they did actually kiss in that scene, but in this deleted scene, but in that scene, they made it out to feel like she was just trying to make Han Solo jealous, that there wasn't really this big connection between her and Luke. But this deleted scene shows something else.
Does it hurt?
No, fine. Where? I was out in the storm.
I was real worried.
You were worried. But got me thinking, I might never get the chance.
What? Tell me.
Yeah, that paints a little different picture, don't you think? Of course, R2-D2 there with the cock block. Um, now, one thing about Star Wars is a lot about George Lucas stole a lot of ideas out of Dune for that. So you had a twin brother and sister there, right? And in Dune, not the first Dune novel, but once he had children, right? The main character, Paul did, and they were twin sister. And there's, again, they have spiritual powers, premonition, just like the Jedi's. Um, Desert planet, like Luke came from a desert planet. Well, the Dune is all about a desert planet. But again, you had the twins. Now it's a little more. This is a little better example of what you could call a doppelganger, depiction of a doppelganger, although they're male and female. But they have the same. They have the memories of all their ancestors, including their parents. So, in this particular version, the Sci-Fi Channel did of the books, you can see how close the brother and sister are, and that they may be a little closer than they should be. And you got to remember, they both have the memories of their mom and dad. So who knows how far things would go in a situation like that? But they have, they're these enhanced people, but they're like the same person in the mind. They in effect have the souls of all their ancestors in them both, and they both have those same souls in them, or those same minds. So they are a type of doppelganger, even though they are male and female. But I turned the sound off for this one, but he's been gone. She thinks he's dead, but here she hears his voice, and she senses something is going on. Yeah, try not to get a copyright strike here, but by having the sound off. But he has been on kind of he's had to go out and perform some task. He's become altered with the sandworm, enhancing his powers. It's hard for a lot of people to recognize. They are like 99.9% the same person in their minds. You got to stop focusing on the physical outward appearance. He's apologizing here for letting her think he was dead. But I don't know. I could pull up example after example, just probably thousands from movies and TV of doppelgangers, uh, in effect, twins. But I did I looked at those two because I'm trying to highlight that the doppelganger doesn't necessarily have to look exactly like you. I think that's an important thing to make a distinction about, is it's not always going to be exactly like you. Man, I'm falling way behind in the chat. Circuit. Oh, here he goes with that crap. Hello, Michael Haywood. Welcome. We were talking about over breccia this morning. These beasts 10 foot tall. Did you get my 300 blackout at the show? Let's see here. Try to catch up to you guys. Man, circuit Earl, the Mank, the Earth is not a circuit board. Sorry, dude. Everyone's prices suck today. Oh, you talking about the prices stuff? Polly T's here. Evening, y'all. Usual suspects, Mr. Blackbeard. Welcome, Polly. Trying to catch up the chat here, so hopefully I don't accidentally skip someone. Let's see here. So no one here had any doppelganger experiences? Yes, Spider-Man's doppelganger had 6 arms. Yeah, that was an example of one that don't look exactly like who he's a twin of, or a partial twin of, or whatever you want to call it. Theory of these twins out of the same being or so. Favorite Iron Dogger. Brandy's here, saying hi to everybody. Everybody say, how should I put it? This is the anniversary of her emergence from a portal. Peter Gain has a dog man living in his barn. Oh, does he? Did he do dog man one? Watch the video I gave you. I watched the video, Mank. I'm sorry, but it's complete bullshit. Absolute total bullshit. It could be easily shown to be, if you go to like I don't know, get off the internet and go outside and look at some shit, like in person. Go get a geology course or two under your belt. Like actually learn the subject. You can't say, look, I'm sick of people who've never been to college saying college is bullshit. I'll tell you there's some problems with colleges. Yes, I can tell you that because I spent 7 years taking courses. But if you did not, you don't have any business saying that. You don't know shit about it, and you're just repeating something that somebody else told you. You can't make these claims when you don't know shit about it. You have no evidence of this circuit board Earth bullshit. And I looked at the video and I wasted my time looking at it because it's just complete nonsense. Sorry, but you keep bringing it up and I'm tired of seeing it. So I'm not going to be too nice about it. She's doing chat. It's a different video that Jerry's documentary. Look, I'm not looking at any more of that shit. Sorry. Meltology PhD. Yeah, right. What the hell is meltology? If you're trying to say metallurgy, the fact that you can't even spell it, give it up. So like the other night on Moog's show, they were talking about the sighting of a Bigfoot where he said it kind of looked like me. What if Bigfoot is a mental projection of the people that are witnessing it? What if it's your doppelganger? Maybe it's like a what if it's your protecting spirit at least in some cases, that presents itself as you, but bigger and stronger? You know, what if 6 years and then they got a new new janitor? Awesome. Scotty says, I got a doppelganger. He buys awesome toys, runs up my bills, and makes me pay for it. Hey, you might be onto something there. It's like, I didn't do that. This other asshole did it. I'm one of Elvis's doppelgangers. Mr. Lee says, yeah. Nemo says, I graduated from the University of the Streets. I got a master's degree in hoodology. So yeah, I don't know. I was hoping maybe somebody who's actually experienced a doppelganger would be here. You know, I kind of think that I think we have an issue with our technology when it comes to spiritual things in general. Does all these frequencies and types of radiation that we surround ourselves in, does it drive off or reduce our ability to perceive or dampen spiritual things? What does it do to affect these things? You would love a 10-foot guardian. Yeah, I mean, what if they are a guardian spirit? Now when we look at like hauntings and stuff, we can see, you know, we've seen where spirits have been able to have some limited ability to affect physical things. So when people talk about, well, how do you explain the Bigfoot print and then not find any more prints after that one? Well, there's two explanations. One, you suck as a tracker, or two, it was some other kind of entity that was only briefly able to affect physical things. I mean, you know, some people jump right to portals and stuff. I'm like, you know, you gotta prove portals are a thing. Like, we have zero to prove portals are a thing. We can show ghosts exist. Not very well, mind you, but we can. It's just that, you know, some people don't want to believe in ghosts, so it's hard to get them to listen. They're like, yeah, that's not that region of lower temperatures, just a draft or something. They'll get their own confirmation bias going on stuff and just whatever. They explain things away the best they can, and you know, it's hard because it's something that you're not really supposed to perceive in the physical realm. Papa Craig, welcome. Says, I just dropped by to say hi and cause a little trouble if it's fun. Go ahead. Mr. Lee says, so our conscious selves could project Sasquatch. I'm just speculating that that may be a possibility. You know, if it is something that's a projection, a spiritual projection, either it's part of your own, either part of your own consciousness that's there to kind of warn you away from danger, or it's just it maybe and you know you see it in the woods, right? Because that's why I'm bringing up the technology thing. What if you have a harder time seeing such things when you're just bombarded with all these frequencies and it just deadens your senses and mess things up? But when you get out to the woods and all that shit's gone, you know, for the most part, you get a chance to see things. So maybe it's a part of your own consciousness. Maybe it's some other entity altogether that occupies your physical body, and it's just not normal. You know, it just doesn't normally control things. It just kind of hangs out, and then maybe when you're out in the woods, it wants to jump off the ship for a little bit, have a little shore leave, play in the trees, and you happen to be able to see it sometimes. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we don't know what this thing is for sure. Of course, these things I'm saying fly in the face of flesh and blood, and I'm more leaning towards flesh and blood, but this the doppelganger question, there's just too much of it. It's just everywhere in all these cultures, and it's just we have a fascination with twins, and as a species. So either that's just indicates that our current culture is just weird like that, because there's a lot of things about our current culture that I think are it's really just cultural. So we can't just say, well, look, our fascination with twins may have something to do with the actual existence of these twin spiritual entities, or even physical in some accounts. Maybe it's just a cultural artifact. Just our culture is weird in some ways. We don't realize it because it's our culture, but other cultures look in and are like, what the hell are these wrong with these fucks? We think we're right because it's our culture. Every culture thinks they're right. None of you is right. None of you is right. But just speculations here, because we ain't got nothing. I mean, it'd be nice to be able to prove something, but it's hard. You know, how do you prove it? If someone says, "Well, I saw you there, and you couldn't have possibly been there," and you know, how do you predict an event so you can be prepared to measure it and, you know, film it or record it. You know, like, you know, the people that they hear things before they happen. You know, how do you know? How do you know when that's going to happen, and how do you prove it? I mean, even if they were running around with a recorder all the time, you know, like the people that hear the sounds ahead of time and then they record it. Well, how do they prove that they recorded the thing before it happened? You know, you'll never be able to get there, I don't think. Dude, look, geology is not fake. I've studied quite a bit of geology. I minored in geology in college. I dare you to go up against Jorge, because he's like, I don't know what his degree level is, but he's a geologist. You have not studied geology, therefore you don't know you can't say it's fake. If you do study it, if you actually go to college and study it, you will see that all this shit that you're latching on to, this weird, crazy bullshit about circuit board Earth, is complete bullshit. It's laughable. You are making a laughing stock of yourself. Um, Geology is used every day in multiple industries, and it works just great because it's right, it's just, you're insane, dude. You've lost your damn mind. You've been watching too many YouTube videos of just bullshit theories, or not even theories, um, fucking lies. They're not theories. They're lies. Theories have evidence to back them up. There is no evidence whatsoever to back up that circuit board or shit. Scotty says Nemo, or should I say Van Damme? Good day, friend. Let's see. Jen says we let technology think for us. That's part of the problem. Nobody wants to figure things out. They just want to Google it. Yeah. Yeah. We're becoming too. I mean, eventually the damn thing's going to completely think for us. People will completely. I mean, this is one of our potential civilization ending situations that, of course, your average person out there isn't thinking about it at all. I mean, right now, you got people who are losing the ability to critical think, who, cashiers who can't count back change. they have to punch the number into the register and let the register figure out what to give back. They can't do it in their fucking head. I've seen it so many times. That's just the start. And so it's just going to keep getting worse and worse because people are getting too used to letting their technology do shit for them. Calculators, was the same thing. Same thing. I mean, sometimes you need a damn calculator, but shit, some people can't calculate shit. And they're losing it more and more. And as we do become so reliant on that technology, and people completely lose the ability to figure shit out for themselves. We're just one solar flare away from all of our technology getting fried, and then the people that are left won't know how to just won't even be able to function. Probably most of them will freaking die because they don't have any idea how to live, in a world without technology. They can't figure out shit. They're going to die. They're going to starve. They're going to get killed by other people who want their shit or want to eat them because they're, cannibalism happens. It's a normal part of the human behavioral complement, no matter what, culture you're in that thinks, oh, that's a horrible thing. I could never eat people. Yeah, you get hungry enough, you'll eat some people. And it's happened. There are entire cultures that were cannibalistic. It's not something outside of our behavioral norm as a species, like many species on the planet. They normally eat some of their own sometime, and that may be hard for some people to accept. But yeah, technology, dependence on technology leaves you vulnerable to the eventual failure of that technology. Something causes the failure of the technology, and now you're screwed and unable to get past it and potentially die. I'm just going to sit back and watch. I'm going to get a lawn chair and some popcorn and watch the show because it's going to be kind of funny, really, if it happens in my lifetime. Nemo says, Michael Haywood, hello, sir. And hello to all. I trust y'all did the little 2 minutes of Zazen today, or at least for the week. Mr. Lee says, quantum mechanics. I don't know what you're referring bringing that up for, but ball earthers don't listen to the truth, dude. I'm I don't know how are you. I don't know if you're like a misinformation agent, if you're straight up trolling us right now, or you're just that uneducated. I mean, I hate to be that harsh with you about it, but if you think the Earth is flat, you have just no real understanding of science. Or somebody did that well of a brainwash job on you. You are sitting here looking at videos on the screen. You need to go outside, actually look around and think. Like put the technology down. Think. Like you see the sun go behind the horizon every night. That can't happen on a flat Earth. The moon does the same thing, and they come up from behind the horizon too. That's just one thing that any moron can observe, right? Now, I know you flat earthers like to come up with a weird, oh, this and that, and some light bends and all. You come up with some crazy shit. I mean, you can look at the moon every day and see that the crater pattern that never changes. It's what the moon looks like. It's not a ball of plasma. A ball of plasma would not have that. If you get your telescope and look close enough, you can see like the shadows of the crater sides of the craters. I mean, y'all have been either brainwashed or you are trolling us. So you know you need to step back and actually look at the proof that stop looking like you get in there and Google's like flat Earth proofs, and then you sit there and get sold this crap by a good salesman or cult leader. You can't prove like, and I've had y'all say this so many times. Well, this is a proof and that's proof, and it's not actually proof of shit. All the things that you point to and say this is proof of that, and it's not proof of shit. You all haven't proven a goddamn thing. You know, it's crazy. This is absolutely insane. I don't know. Like either way, I mean, you need to take that stuff somewhere else. I don't. You know, if I put a title up saying I'm going to tear into some flat Earth, I guess you guys could show up and try to argue, but there's nothing you can argue. You have zero proof of any of your claims. Your claims are completely ridiculous. You don't understand the science behind any of this stuff. I mean, y'all say stuff like the horizon always rises to the eye. No, it doesn't. I've explained this before, but no, it absolutely does not. This is a ridiculously stupid thing. Y'all say it, and then people are like, "Oh, wow, that's a point." No, it's not a point. It's a goddamn moronic fucking lie. Nemo says, "Got my bachelor's from University of Hamburger." You bet you can make some good burgers in. Scotty says, "Amen, Jen. I'll remember phone numbers from our first home growing up. My kids couldn't tell me their mobile numbers off the top of their heads if their lives depended on it." Yeah, that's been one bad thing from cell phones, not remembering people's numbers anymore. Yeah, and I'm suffering from that same thing, but you know, because we just don't have to anymore. Like we're not physically dialing; we just hit the contact. We're not physically dialing the numbers all the time. Primex says, "I like the take the dark crystal had on it, putting the two forms back together to make a light being. We all fight with our duality." That's a perfect example. Did you see the night I talked about dark crystal a little bit? Because I was working on like a story that involved that. I haven't really written anything out with it, kind of just outlining stuff and trying to trying to basically construct an idea for a cinematic universe, and it crossovers other franchises with Dark Crystal. But Dark Crystal, yeah, perfect example, doppelganger situation. It's everywhere. It's everywhere in our movies. Smartphones make a stupid Scotty. That's not a little typo there. How are you, Papa? Where'd Brandy go? I haven't seen her commenting at all since her first comment. Must be driving somewhere. As my passcodes. Don't tell people that. Projection is saying people are crazy to believe it Sasquatch. Well, there's appears to be evidence of Sasquatch, dude. I mean, no one's seen flat Earth. You don't got any pictures of it. You don't have any pictures of this magical dome over the top of it. You don't have any pictures of a goddamn ice wall. You don't have anything. I think most people here would say, look, the PG film of Patty the Sasquatch is couldn't have been faked at the time. Looks very natural, looks very real. Tons of footprint evidence found. You have a university professor who specializes in prints who is able to determine those that indicate fake or not. You know, people that specialize in that kind of stuff, they can tell if you like have a broken bone in your foot and stuff from your prints. You know, expert on that level in a subject where to most people it's just like it's just like they don't have any clue. They would never be able to tell that kind of stuff. But when you're an expert on that level in a subject, you can. Plus the multitude of experiences people have reported. Now, a lot of people don't seem credible, but many of them do. And that's the ones I'm referring to, is the ones that seem to be credible. Tummy ache. Man, Jan, it's the tech that's intelligent. All right, just cost society in general a heap of IQ points. Yeah. And we're losing them in other ways too. Like we're breeding ourselves dumber with our social programs and the way our culture is. You know, what you got the people the least fit. You know, and it's not everybody that's poor, right? Not everybody that's poor is necessarily the less fit, you know, intelligently, IQ point wise. But in a lot of cases it is. And so when we just support them and they just have a bunch of babies, where like a prime example was someone that lived in my neighborhood who was definitely like she was not mentally all there. She had the mind of an 8-year-old is what they said. And you could tell like she was not she should not have been considered capable of giving consent to sex. But various men she had children, a number of children by different guys. And you know, that's going to be a problem. It doesn't matter if it's uncomfortable to talk about. You know, it's going to be a problem for our species. Meanwhile, a prime example is, there was a a couple that they were a little bit older, but they lived in my neighborhood who never had any children. They did really well for themselves, um, and had big nice houses and stuff like that. But they never had any children. They had a little graveyard in their yard with marble headstones for who they called their children, which was their dogs. So our most successful people, our most intelligent people are having less kids, and the ones that aren't, and often are mentally handicapped, like that lady I described, are having kids, and lots of kids. This is going to be a problem for our species. Now, what are you going to do? Timmy Boy says, let's start some mayhem, Papa. Start it. Something to Sasquatch about is here. Hello. Smartphone, not smart user. Maybe we are doppelgangers. You are the height. You got the height. I'm 5'8". Oh, you think you're doppelgangers in chat? Trying to press the masses with your nonsensical word. Yeah. Let's see here. Fucked if I know. Mr. Lee saying hello to Sean. Watch the video and give you opinion when the buildings cried. Yeah, it's that's got to be the most dumb piece of film. Bricks, dude. I've been to just so many places, and looked at so many rock layers in place, and studied how that shit forms. Performed tests on them. It's geology, man. You don't know shit about geology. You think the world was built, and you have no proof of that whatsoever. You're gullible if you watch that video and think it has that it makes one piece of proof, one point, or presents one piece of proof whatsoever. It just doesn't. Many grandkids have a fever and are throwing up. Sorry to hear that. I've watched CGI videos. Okay. She's laying low, I guess. Scotty, the hood is real. The struggle is real. Van Damme would not last 1 hour over here. I did watch a man his horse shit of the First Order. Told you, Mank. Then why is caves made of brick lines? Haha, proofs it's man-made caves. Dude, there are no brick lines in the caves. Have you been in a cave? I've been in caves. Have you been in caves? And have you actually talked to a real geologist explaining what you're seeing in the caves? But you don't see brick lines. You don't. You just don't. You watched the video on YouTube and took it to be proof of something. You haven't been out there and seen shit for yourself and proven squat. I mean, this is crazy, dude. Are you trolling? Are you seriously trolling? I find it hard to believe someone's this gullible to believe this bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. Go tour a cave and ask, hopefully you got someone that's really knowledgeable about the geology. A lot of times your cave tour guides are are not necessarily very knowledgeable about the geology of the situation. I've been in places where they were, and but also where they were not. Um, this guy says, yeah, hope you get over the virus soon, Papa. Best of luck, kiddo. Do they have Geology for Dummies book or something? I don't know if that would help in this case, Timmy. I just don't think. I mean, because we're talking about when we're looking at this what he's talking about here and flat Earth, we're looking at a cult mentality. We're looking at brainwashing. Um, a good salesman will get you to buy something you don't even want. He'll come in, he'll come up on you, and you're not looking to buy this particular thing. You don't really need it, but he'll somehow convince you. You know, pull his little salesman tricks to buy that piece of shit, and that's what's happened with these people with flat Earth and this damn whatever he calls this melted Earth nonsense or bricks. There's no bricks, dude. There's no damn bricks. If there's bricks, that means somebody built a brick wall, but there's no. Oh, geez, dude, this is crazy. Paulie T says, good night. Me beard and chat under the weather. Drank way too much last night. Currently suffering from dragon ass. So, peace, y'all. All right, Paulie. We'll see you later. Nemo says, eventually, China's quantum computer program will rule the globe with complete authority. Yeah. We need that solar flare. A lot of us will you know, cause we're on the internet right now. We'll miss it. But if we don't, if we're not forced back into natural selection situation where the dumb people actually fucking die and don't breed, as well as the weak, our species will continue to get we'll continue to breed ourselves dumber and weaker until there comes a point where we can't survive shit. We're just completely not viable as a species, and we go extinct. We're going to go extinct. So we either need a solar flare to knock out our technology and force us back into practically the Stone Age. Really, we need to go back to the Stone Age to save our species, or you get about 1,000 of me running the world, or people like me who understand, if I do say so myself, what sacrifices we need to make and what steps we need to make in order to ensure that our species starts to get stronger, more intelligent, more resilient through proper selective breeding. How do you do that? It's like, there's been those who have tried, but they did it through evil means. We need to do it. We need to do it. Like it takes too long to talk about the plan, like how this plan would unfold. To do this while also allowing people choice. But there is a way. You don't have to be, freaking Adolf 1930s and 40s Germany about it. Yeah, I mean, something needs to happen with our breeding, because we're breeding ourselves towards extinction. I mean, luckily we still got a lot of good genetics hanging around, but it's becoming more and more rare. Have a good one. No doubt, Nemo. Some of us aren't as tough as you though, fella. Play the video for your crew. I bet you they believe meltology because Anon believes it and Brandy. I seriously don't think Brandy believes this shit. There's no way. Anon's a flat earther, so he's going to latch onto that pretty easily, I think. But, you know, dude, you're barking up the wrong tree coming at me with this complete bullshit. It's complete bullshit, as is flat Earth. That is that. You're either a troll or you are very gullible, or maybe even completely stupid. I don't know. To fall for this shit here is just wow. Just wow. Tim Boy says, I love when it's 10:58 and I give her 20:08. It's hilarious. Yeah. I mean, how hard is it? How fucking hard is it? Just a little. So that's just simple math. Scotty says, hey, man, look up Giants in Stone on YouTube. That's where my heart is, bro. Paulie T says, Sender P, me too. You think this far in the game, I know better. Damn pirate in me. Better soon. Scotty says it's the Lockport mystery in Alaska, Lockbeard. Now there's something that you won't call bullshit, fam. The Lockport mystery. I'm not familiar with that. But you were just talking about Giants and Stone. I don't know specifically what you're referring to. There has been, I mean, you know, like if you're talking about like where the pictures that were, everybody knows they're photoshopped, where these giant skeletons and these archaeologists are supposed to be digging. Those are photoshopped. You know, Mank wants to bring up Photoshop. Those are Photoshop. Or CGI is what he brought up, but same difference. That being said, there's no reason to think that there couldn't have been, you know, a race of people that was, you know, routinely 8 foot tall. We have 8 foot tall people now. It's just it's really rare. So that's not crazy. It's not mystical. It's not magical. It's not, you know, it's just totally within the realm of reasonable possibility. Now, you have the people out there who say, oh, these are the Nephilim. Okay, now you're going off the deep end because there's nothing to prove the Nephilim are a real thing or at all, period. And just because you find some big skeletons doesn't mean, see, that's Nephilim. No, it's just a race of people that was a little bit taller than most people. There was races of people that were a little bit shorter. You had what they call the Homo floresiensis, which I say is the same species as us, but they're calling it Homo floresiensis, Flores man, or the Hobbit, right? Like 3.5 feet tall or whatever they are. Very short people. You know, no big deal. No big deal. But it doesn't have to be a magical thing necessarily or anything crazy. It's just, you know, if you find a bigger skeleton. Now, that within reason. 8 foot or even 9 foot. People start talking about 15 foot. Now we're getting crazy, right? Uh, show me the actual skeleton, because that's just a story that grew. You know, I caught a fish this big, but then next thing you know, that fish is that big. Um, people who want to believe in giants so badly will be quick to just accept the story like the Kandahar giant. Where's the evidence of that? It's just a story, just a claim. Um, yeah, like one of the possibilities that I mentioned is like the ancient stories in America where they said, "Oh, we met these giant uh, light skinned people with beards." Well, okay, if your tribe of people is typically around 5 foot tall, and you run into a tribe of people or a culture of people that are routinely 6 foot tall, yeah, you're gonna say, "Damn, those people are big," because yeah, they're like 20% bigger than taller than you. You're gonna call them, giant. And then that story gets passed along and retold, and pretty soon you're like, "Oh, this is some big magical fucking thing." No, it was just some dude that was like a foot taller than them, or a group of dudes that was a foot taller than they typically are. I worked for a little bit with some Southeast Asian men who were, I don't know, they were like 4 foot 1 or 2. They were short as fuck. Little people, little. Imagine if some goddamn Vikings my size rolled up on their shores, man. They'd be like, "There's these giants. They were assholes. They killed half of us, took our women." you know, uh, it's easy to see how the story can get out of control. And then next thing you know, we got these gigantic mystical giants that come in and they have the abilities and magic. And we got to be careful not to go off the deep end. Um, let's see. We should try to get an interview at him. So he was above the planet. He could tell us if it was flat or round, right? Believe Illuminati government parasites who are ill. Dude, you can make observations yourself that proves the Earth is a globe. I don't know what to tell you. You're just going off bullshit you saw on the internet. You're not going off actual observations. Why does the sun go behind the horizon? Why does the moon go behind the horizon? Go out to the sea, you'll see it go below the sea every time and then come out from below the sea. That can't happen on a flat Earth. That alone just smashes it. But there's plenty more you can do to prove it to yourself. But you won't do it. You'll keep watching that video. I've seen the video you guys watch where the sun shrinks into the distance. That's your CGI. That's your fake shit. You're looking at fake shit instead of going outside and looking what's in the fucking sky. Dude, go outside, get off the damn computer. You've lost your marbles, or you're straight up trolling me right now, because this is ridiculously stupid. Timmy Boy says, "Attention guys, we forget to hit the like button, so let's go and fix that." Hey, you do it if you want to. Man-made coastlines, how old would they have to be? Millions of years old? Well, you're talking to people that don't believe the Earth is millions of years old. He probably thinks the Earth's 5,000 to 6,000 years old. He thinks all the rocks on the planet were melted by electricity, that they're melted bricks and shit. Like, it's crazy. He's saying it was all built. Where'd they get the fucking bricks? What'd they make the bricks out of? I mean, it's so stupid. It's crazy. Papa Craig says, fact. Mank thinks he's special and deserving of secret knowledge unknown to all. Fact. Mank thinks he's smarter than everyone else. Fact. He has fallen for the stupidest hoax on the internet. I endorse this message. Mr. Lee says, our physical selves die, our conscious selves do not die. Therefore, we are immortal. Happy Christmas. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Happy Christmas to you too. Man-made coastlines are brick line. No, they're not. Showing it's man-made because lava don't make straight lines. I don't even know where to begin with this. I've studied a lot of geology where I could explain why you see straight lines sometimes. You do know there's other than igneous rocks, right? There's also sedimentary rocks, which do lay down straight lines. And if lava flows over a flat land surface, it can lay down a straight line. If you have a particular rock that fractures straight, you can end up with a straight line. Look at even crystals. You know, crystals have what they call cleavage. Like each type of crystal wants to break along a weak zone where the molecular bonds are not as strong as in other directions. So, like, salt crystals. It's an easy one. Tend to break into squarish patterns because they always break in 90 degree angles. Is where it's fractured. You don't see it break at an angle off of those square fracture patterns. Sometimes you get that in igneous rock, so that's a crystal. But in igneous rocks, like the ones that these idiots claim are giant tree stumps, the Devil's Tower that I talked about, I think on the second episode of Phenomena, where that type of igneous rock likes to fracture into those columns. And if you just study up on why that is, you'll figure it out. But you won't, because you want to feed your confirmation bias monster, and you will only look up stuff that seems to support what you want to believe. And unfortunately, that stuff isn't actual evidence of shit. None of it is. You can notice windows, doors, and arches through the UK coastline and other coastlines. No, you don't, dude. No, you don't. You can see an elephant in the clouds too, I'm sure. Doesn't mean there's an elephant in the cloud. You see what you claim is an arch, and it's a cave or something, or it's a place that's been weathered out. It's not. There's no evidence of man-made. I think that's what you're talking about. You're talking about shit like that. The ignorance level here is just insane. That means I get to hang out with you even more. I didn't mention Flat Earth. I mentioned it to Anon to get his knowledge. Sasquatch Network tunnels through the Earth has been proved to be truth because there is videos of the tunnel network. No. You saying proved to be true? You proved how? There's no proof. Is there tunnels? Okay, but you're calling it a you saying it's a Sasquatch knowledge of Sasquatch and network of the Sasquatch using the tunnels? That's what you're saying, dude. People dig tunnels, and there's also cave systems. It's not, it doesn't prove any kind of bullshit like you're trying to say, that it's all constructed, that the rock itself is constructed. Sometimes people dig tunnels in the rock. Even ancient people did that sometimes. Scotty says, I got asked if I was a flat earther or a glober the other day on a live. I really don't know, but my response was, it doesn't matter. It's not like I can leave this place if I learn the truth. Mr. Lee says, yes, you do, Michael. Ball, square, flat, octagon, doesn't matter. We're all here. Well, look, I have a reason why this issue, I take it as a threat to our species survival. These people are muddying the water. They are sabotaging proper scientific inquiry. They're getting otherwise intelligent people sometimes to believe this bullshit, and if you got someone that's going off on that wrong tangent and they never actually get trained properly, then that could be the person that discovers, a cure to a major disease or a technology that can protect us from a major threat. They're holding us back in our development, and that could cause our extinction. So personally, I think flat earthers should be attacked wherever they are. They are, especially if they get anywhere near children. If you say your shit to a child, you are sabotaging that child's education, and that's a major crime, and that's going to piss me off right off the bat. So you stay away from kids with your bullshit. You guys are fucking morons. I'm sorry if you're out here pushing flat Earth, moron, or you're just troll. You might be just a troll, in which case you still suck ass. Yep. I think I'm gonna start skipping bank shit. I wasn't really wanting to talk about flat Earth tonight, but goddamn, or your fucking meltology bullshit. Ranger DNA is from the old world, giant DNA. Whatever, dude. Sky says they reckon Patty footage was authentic. Apparently, you can see the muscle mass movement was a big girl, allegedly. The pre-reset photos of existing giants were up around the 12-foot mark. It's all here on YouTube. I can't help being tall amongst the ball lickers. The pre-reset photos. 12 foot's pretty damn tall, dude. I would be very skeptical of something like that, and just, a picture like that can be faked. Where's the actual bones? Of a 12-foot tall anything. I mean, Bigfoot isn't even normally told to be 12 foot tall. I mean, that's fucking big, and it starts to get to be a problem with a weight issue. That's why part of the reason why I like those Photoshop pictures of those those gigantic, the fake ones with the archaeologists. You had a human skeleton that looked like a normal human skeleton. If any kind of human-like thing got that big, its skeleton would not look the same as a normal human skeleton. The weight issue, it's just things change. They have to. I mean, just look at like an elephant's leg compared to a deer. They have to be designed completely differently because of the weight you're looking at. So 12 foot tall. I have a feeling if I see a picture that they claim is a 12 foot tall person, if that skeleton doesn't show significant morphological differences from ours, then it's bullshit. It's got to be bullshit. That's way too fucking big. It's not that some race of humans couldn't eventually evolve to be 12 foot tall or could have in the past. It's that if they did, the morphology change would be very significant and very apparent if you saw an actual skeleton of such a thing. Mark Dama says, why is there different star constellations visible in parts of the north of the equator and south of the equator? I can't not see the North Star in Australia. Yeah, that's another inconvenient truth for the flat tards. And welcome, Mark Dodman, by the way. Australia is in the house. I don't know how far behind I am in chat, but I'm going to try and. Actually, fishing been good. A brother caught spoils right now. Cool, Mark. I'd have a panic attack if I went in a cave. Would you? Are you claustrophobic, Mr. Lee? Make his genuine lucky. Heart of gold. Mind elsewhere sometimes. Okay, dude. Well. Papa says, Mank will not let anyone reason with him because it may damage his precious image of him being special and smarter than everyone else. Can't have that. Brandy stepping in again. Papa Craig, Michael, she says, I'm here. That's probably from 10 minutes ago. I need to catch up to you guys. Uncle Bones, let's sure get off the bench and get in the game. It's good, Mank. Pump the brakes a bit just now, bro. Brandy, say to Mr. Beard, you're a believer of the circuit board of FE knowledge. I hope not. If y'all brainwashed her, I'm going to have to unbrainwash her. We sure have been missing you, Brandy, says Michael. Yeah. Looney Tunes. Let's see. Scotty says, I love Mank. It's all right, mate. Just chill. It's all good. So true, Brandy. Says, or no, Michael. Mr. Lee says, Michael, so true, man. And says something to Brandy there. Brandy says, I didn't say I believed it. I said some of it was very informative, and I'm curious if it could also be applied to Sasquatch and the structures they build, given the theory that exists there. No, Brandy, that video is complete bullshit. I'm sorry. It's I don't even know why Mank's here. I don't know what he expects from me. He keeps going on and on about this shit. He's been here multiple times, and I'm to the point where I'm just gonna keep throwing it back at him. He's either stupid. I hate to put it that way. I mean, he's well brainwashed at the very least, or he's a troll. One of those things. Nemo says, Lockbeard, who is crazier, the circuit board earther or the person that spends precious time arguing with the circuit board earther? Just smile, nod, and walk away slowly, no sudden moves. Yeah, I've been skipping most of his stuff, but, you know, I'd like for him to just fucking go away because he's just flooding the chat with his bullshit. Papa Craig says, dang it, Lockbeard, don't you know Mank is the only authority on CGI around here? Yeah. Yeah, Papa. Love you, Brandy says. Michael Brandy says, are you having a good day? Tim Boy says, attention please, we need some thumbs up on this live. Thank you in advance. That is all. Thanks, Timmy Boy. You might know, but I said I came to start some trouble. Randy says, enlightened, I appreciate the knowledge you share, and I do not dismiss any of it. Yeah. Well, she's being very, very charitable with you, Mank. You're not going to get any more charity from me. You're full of shit. You are either a lying troll or you're brainwashed. Here to try and push your religious belief, because that's where the level is. You're a proselytizer of your cult. Jen says, so now that we went a touch off topic, isn't part of Vardoger like a pre-knowing of someone or something before it arrives? Yes, it is. Brandon says, Lockbeard, did you call my mama's vagina a portal? I was trying to be vague while also making it line up with paranormal shit. This is a portal. It's kind of a portal, isn't it? Sky says, you're right, Lockheed. It's true for dinosaurs too. Then discovered bones, 1936. Never have they a complete skeleton, and 99% is CGI. I don't know, mate. Randy says, I was not birthed. I was extracted via surgical procedure. Like a tumor? What? Timmy says, what are you going to do with a 310 woman? Anything you want. Oh, that's rough, dude. Timmy. Prairie Fires here. Welcome. 50-foot woman in a 5-foot dress. What? It can't happen on a flat earth. I'm like, it's perspective, huh? Dude, you are brainwashed all to hell. Oh my gosh. Why are you yelling, homie? Jen says, hey, Brandy, how goes the Christmas shopping? Peter Kane explains everything on his Bigfoot hand, unveiled mysterious properties documentary anyway. Brandy says he'll have so much to do. Hopefully I can get most out of the way tomorrow. Maybe I should have thought that out better. Says Timmy. Papa says, I'm sure Mank has seen a basalt column. Well, yeah, but he probably thinks it's some kind of evidence of man-made construction. He's trying to paint everything in that way. Prairie Fire Emergency, hello. Gravity makes a straight line, dude. I must be real far back in chat. Brandy, my shopping this year is pretty easy. 6 cards, 3 gifts. Baby Yoda. I won't make a joke about crystal cleavage. Yeah, I'm way behind in this chat, ain't I? I'm jealous, but I'm happy. Seeing you will be easy. My issue is my amazing ability to procrastinate. I need to do better. Scotty says I have to give my crystals. I have to give my crystals to see cleavage these days. What the hell? No, it's not, Mank. You are an idiot if you think so. Jen says, Brandy, I'll message you tomorrow. Get off your ass and do better. Please do. I appreciate it. Timmy Boy says, Lockbeard, at this point, maybe just start the show telling Enlightenment he's an idiot and ignoring him the rest of the show. Probably. Um, Scotty, if you have a lot of money, you can now buy a ticket. Brandy says, okay, stop name calling. How's that helping? Well, he keeps coming in my chat and flooding it with this shit. And he's done it over and over and over again. And I want to drive him away. So, what am I supposed to do? Just keep tolerating him? I mean, do I need to ban him? Trying to, he's not catching a hint. That he's in the wrong place. How's it helping? If you know and have researched to the point of having proof, why not get into it properly to help others understand? Well, I did a whole episode on the Devil's Tower. I mean, he can go back and watch that. But even there, I don't remember if I did, but I probably did say go talk to an actual geologist that will explain why that is, and if you need more evidence of why it's like that and what it is, and he can show you. This guy is just making ridiculous claims here. Mank's here making ridiculous claims, and as I explained, I see that as a threat to the survival of our species. When you have people who are brainwashed with ridiculous nonsense, and they're holding this back as a species, and they're spreading these cult ideas to other people, it's not good, and they should be eviscerated in chat, or in my case, verbally. He can go talk about that shit over on somebody else's channel that doesn't value proper knowledge and the survival of our species. But it's people like him that's going to contribute in some way to damaging our potential survival in the future. So, I might take that advice a while ago. Just start out the chat by saying he's a moron. He's either trolling or he's brainwashed or something. The ridiculousness of his claims, and as far as geological knowledge, like, dude, he needs to go take college courses to understand geology. I can't teach a freaking college degree in geology on YouTube. He needs to go and actually learn what it's all about and go through the paces. It's not something you just absorb on YouTube anyway. He has to actually go and see some things and perform some tests and get out from behind his computer. He doesn't understand anything. Of course, most people don't understand geology because most people haven't studied geology, but he's sitting here attacking the subject and saying it's fake and he doesn't know anything about it. And hopefully he's not, but he could potentially convince a person or two here and there that he knows what he's talking about. And those people think they're doing real science, and they're not doing science at all. They're doing cult. They've joined a cult, and they don't understand the first thing about science. Scotty says, what for, Papa? I don't think they go as high as they claim. A little bit at the best if they leave a studio. Papa Craig says, I guess you're going to have to go to believe Scotty. Randy says, just saying, not trying to be controversial, devil's advocate here. Scotty says, everything can Photoshop these days. Speaking of Bones, where's Uncle Bones? I don't know. I don't see how you're hurting anyone by sharing. Isn't that how we all learn? and grow, we can have positive communication. I don't see anything positive about what he's doing here. He's spreading a cult is what he's trying to do, and I will annihilate cults before they get people killed. And it seems extreme, but look, it happens. It happens over and over and over again. It happens. Cults get people killed. And I think eventually some of these cults that exist, and I can't even name some of them because people will get pissed off if I do, but they're going to cause massive human death and suffering, if not just on a small scale. Some of them have. Some of them are continuously doing it, but nobody recognizes what's going on. And I can't even say. But he's an example, and I'm not going to apologize for going for the jugular on that guy. Mank, you need to just fucking leave. You really do, because this is not the place for you, unless you like to be called a moron. Unless you're watching this. That's another thing too, Papa. I couldn't afford such niceties, mate. Exorbitant amounts of cash for privilege entitled. Icons here, welcome. And Mank keeps coming in here. Look, Icon, maybe you can talk to him. Tell him, Mank, I don't want him here. He keeps on flooding the chat with his shit over and over again. He's been here over and over again pushing this ridiculous bullshit, and I'm sick of seeing it. I don't want to have to ban him, because I'm trying like hell not to ban people. But he keeps coming in here like he wants it. Like, so hopefully you can convince him to get the fuck out of here. I don't even want to. I don't want him here. He can go away. He's pushed it too far with his bullshit, and you're not doing any kind of reasoning, Mank. You're not doing any kind of reasoning. You don't know how to reason. You don't got a theory, debate a theory, and then of course you're wanting a debate, right? That's what you guys do. You want to have a debate because you get good at debating, but that doesn't mean you know shit. Get the fuck out of here, dude. I don't even want to see you here ever. Living my best midget existence, Icon. Let's see here. Lots of highs going on. Brandy says, well, good. Just for that, you will receive a text from me on your portal day. Okay. It was like a father and son field trip for me, says Michael. Abandoned again. Papa Craig says, I am trying to help Mank. He thinks he's special, very dangerous for the ego. He thinks he's smarter than everyone else, hence the enlightened Mank. Yeah, he put it right in his name, didn't he? He's priming people that he interacts with by naming himself the enlightened. But he's not enlightened at all. He's just painting a picture to set the stage to get people to perceive him that way. And maybe he even perceive, maybe he does actually perceive. See, there's a psychology study here too, right? Maybe he actually perceives himself as enlightened, or he's full of shit and knows damn good well he's full of shit, and that's why he named himself enlightened to plant that idea in people's head and make them have some subconscious perception of him that way. Um, but Lockbeard has judged him as uh, a troll or brainwashed or just straight up stupid. Take your pick. I don't know. This is fucking sick of seeing his shit though. Paul Craig says now the Mank has fallen for the dumbest hoax on the internet. He has made it his mission. He can be reasonable because it hurts his image on himself. Happy birthday. Singing happy birthday song. Brandy. Flooding is a major problem here. Maybe enlightened would respond better to kind words and proper proof to help him understand. I again, he needs to go to college. He's trying to deny geology as a science, and he doesn't know anything about it. He's watched that video, which I watched, and I can tell you, it is so. Look, your average person may not be able to, because they don't know geology as a subject, they haven't, really been educated in the subject. They may not see just how the level of stupidity in that video, but it's pretty damn stupid. And there is no science to that at all. There's no proof of anything in there. Just claims. Oh, this is a melted rock. It didn't come out of a volcano, even though we can observe that. We just got to go to an active volcano. We can see it all the time. But no one's ever observed a constructed building melted down into what we call an igneous rock by fucking lightning or whatever bullshit he's trying to claim. I mean, he's making claims with no evidence whatsoever. So I'm just saying, this is not okay here. He can go away. I don't need him here. He's not contributing anything here to knowledge. So, but your chat, do as you wish, sir. Well, I am. You don't really think Lockbeard is out of line, do you? Because he's being way more understanding than I would, especially in my chat. Thank you, Timmy. And Papa says, Brandy, he started with calling us names, saying he thinks he is special and smart. It's not mean. Putting down flat Earth is not putting Mank down. I'm pretty sure at this point I'm putting Mank down because I'm sick of his shit. He keeps coming in here with this. That chat after chat after chat, he comes in here and gets us all. Wait, I mean, look, we're way off subject now. We haven't. I mean, because he wants to talk about this his cult. He's in a cult. He's in a straight up cult. He needs to get the fuck out of here with his cult. Now Skeeter Mank ain't hurt no one. He's pissing off. He's pissing off Lockbeard. And he keeps coming in here doing this. So out. Just go away, Mank. Mank, if you keep doing this, you're gonna force me to have to actually block your ass. If that's what you want, fine. I mean, you're welcome to hang around, but you keep on and on and on with this bullshit. And I've told you over and over and over again, it's bullshit. You're barking at the wrong tree. I'm not going to believe you because I know a massive amount of information that disproves the shit that you're saying. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, so take this shit and get the fuck out of here. I've tried, and you're just not hearing me. That's fucking moron. hostage negotiator. I'm not holding him hostage. He's holding me hostage in a way because he's forcing me to have to, actually consider blocking someone again. I don't want to do that. Brandy says, Tammy Joy, what I think doesn't really matter. He'll act as he wishes. Enlightened isn't only links. There's more to him. He's a good person. And no, I don't agree with name calling. What's happened? Papa Craig says, I hear it's pretty dang soon, Brandy, so I'll pull a hoax off on the kids last and played Santa, had about 50 come sit on my lap Christmas party. Goes on a homestead. Name calling as well. Pray for us says, I think it really awesome format where even left field ideas can be discussed openly and freely. I mean, they come. I mean, we entertained it at first, but he just keeps on. He will not. He every fucking chat he devolves it into this, and he puts these tons of messages in here saying the same thing. Watch my video. Watch this video. This video, the over and over again. It just never stops. We're not talking about that, Mank. We're talking about something different. So get the fuck out of here. Because says, Mank, I ain't much down with your vids, but I will say you can carry on however you wish. Is the Bigfoot community a cult? Some are. Some of the people are. There is a cult. Well, maybe you could say multiple cults as part of the Bigfoot community. No matter what each person says, it's a trip that counts. Warming up. Don't drink the Harry Kool-Aid. Like a cabal, Mr. Lee. Yeah, there's some that think they are. Some of them think there's some kind of gang. That came up on Moog's show, too, at the beginning, because fucking Vault was implying threats on people again. What am I going to do? I mean, yeah, I know, like he tried to apologize, but he claimed he didn't mean that. If I bring that screenshot in here, you'll see goddamn well he was implying a threat. He's full of shit and he's lying. Therefore, his apology is null and void because he's not actually apologizing. He's claiming he did not threaten me, and he motherfucking did. So his apology doesn't mean shit. I do not accept it, and he can fuck all the way off. Now all his little minions will start coming in here and starting shit now. Fuck. If you watch Moog's show, even Moog said fuck off. He got Moogs to say that. So, anyone that's thinking I'm being an asshole right now about this shit, fuck. Vault is bad news, and everyone connected. You're hanging out with a bunch of assholes that are using intimidation tactics on people and implying physical threats. And they're just pissed off because it isn't going to fucking work on me, and they can fuck all the way off. And I will continue to tackle this bullshit. So they might as well stop trying to fuck with me because it's not going to work. I just don't want it to happen to other people. They're scared. They have scared some people. So, so anybody that wants to fight too, let's do it. But I'm not backing down with these assholes. And fucking D sending me that cease and desist letter bullshit. Fuck you, D. Michael Hayward says that's when the firewood payoff icon. Definitely up some cults in the Bigfoot community. Yep. Jen says, Icon Michael went to work this morning, 62 rain. At the very least, Brandy. Yep. Same here, Jen, raining. No Lee, but Scientology. Yeah, Scientology. Yeah. Icon says, about that, I'm going to log splitter, going apart. Then get a clue. It's not flat Earth. It's your mind. Get up with that narcissism. Yeah. I don't know what else we can say to him, Papa Craig. Apparently, I'm looking like I'm being an asshole again because I'm using strong words with Mank. I'm trying to get Mank an opportunity just to get the fuck out of here because I'm, without being actually banned. And at least stop posting about that. He's done it. Like how many? I don't know how many times now. I'm losing count. Like I wasn't counting, but how many times is he gonna come in here and start in with that shit? Trying to take over my chat with his cult bullshit. Maybe it's something like that, Lester. I don't know. Is he somehow making money on that? Mr. Lee says, Timmy boy, Tom Cruise flies his helicopter over my house every day. Dang. Got some bunch of that Scientology energy going over your house every day, dude. That's gotta suck. You need to fucking cleanse your place. Mr. Lee, shoot that shit down. Scientology sucks. Now look at that. Look at that. See, that's much more like it, Brandy. Fingers crossed for you, Jen. I don't know if I'm ever going to catch up to this chat. Bigfoot and on says swamp. I guess he's still hanging around. Or just dipping in and out. I noticed you dip in and out. Like you'll dip in, say something, then you're gone. On other people's shows as well. I don't know what that's about, but Icon says everything except the learn iron is getting scarce around here. Even the auctions have been dry. Talking about the winter. Rock to these as long as possible. Flood the snow. Talking about the winter time and the cold. Miss Lee says, Happy Christmas to Brandy. Papa Crick says, yeah, Lockbeard, I've seen men come in and hold 2 or 3 chats hostage. Yeah, I mean, he's flooding in here. And it's just, he's acting like a troll to some extent. And I'm trying to decide if he's being enough of a troll to rise above and ignore if you wish. Yeah. Yeah, there's another one of those long ass messages of absolute bullshit. The video of motherboard the Earth was a motherboard of billions and it's overheated and melting. Yeah, it's insane, man. Colorado Bigfoot. What about Colorado Bigfoot? Tammy Boy says, so Brandy, nothing against you, but could be respectful and not sidetrack the show off topic. Yeah. Coffee and a pit bull here. Hey, Squatch Talk is here. Oh man, I know it wouldn't work here, man. It totally wouldn't work here. This damn farm Wi-Fi sucks ass. I'm surprised. Am I even coming in clear? But welcome, Pat. See more of the Volt cohorts start to appear on the Bigfoot shows. You'll see more Volt. Yeah, yeah. It's just been crazy. I've been going back and forth about whether or not I want to do actually do a night and kind of because I got to put together all the screenshots of all the bullshit I've gotten from them, and it shows. These guys were trying to intimidate me. One of them called me racist. The cease and desist letter that I got. I mean, everything they could to come at me because they didn't like the fact I did that show about D. And they can all kiss my ass. I don't give a fuck what y'all do. Mogion Moss. I don't think he's. What'd you say? I have to go back and watch. I think he said. Fuck that. He might have said fuck that. I don't know if he said fuck off. He said that to Bigfoot Non once though. kind of. Not real direct, but yeah. I think you might have said fuck that. I need to go back and watch again because I don't remember. But it was something like that. I mean, you had a response. Because, and like you said, you normally keep things as positive as you can. And, I mean, people expect me to tell someone to fuck off, but, yeah. Perry Farr says, until eventually they will control the narrative. Yeah, we won't let them. Mr. Mug, Mug says, tee. Doesn't ring out. I'd rather have a pup too. Team Boy, I did just say, considering Lockbeard has asked he not do that in his chat, I feel it should be respected. Mogan says, what's up, everyone? What's up, Mogs? Welcome to the chat. I don't know how far behind I am in the chat, so I'm trying to speed through. Good day, Mogs. Tight lines. Maybe we finally ran off Mank. Les says, once again, one of them got caught doing wrong. The whole crew comes out attacking. Yeah. And that's one of my points is they're all supporting each other. Barry was up in here in my chat, like basically trying to act like I was being an asshole for not bringing him on screen when I don't bring anyone on screen. I don't even think I could successfully do it here for starters, but he's acting like I'm being some kind of asshole not letting him come on screen to try and advocate for them. And why would I want to give him a platform to advocate for them when I got screenshots proving they're all being assholes to me? As far as they're doing things they're trying intimidation tactics. Vault definitely made a violent threat. Kind of veiled, but it was a threat. Come on. Everyone that saw that and was thinking logically saw that that's what that was. And yeah, so whatever. And yes, if there's, and I don't want to go too much into that right now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's a weird situation. There's some more shit that hasn't been talked about, but there's certain things I won't repeat about the whole thing. But we're just talking about what we know. I've seen that Sweetheart they waited Bigfoot shows. Sweetheart, they are way onto the Bigfoot shows. Loved your live yesterday, fam. Mr. Lee, Brandy, Brother Mogs, glad you're here. Michael says, Papa, I don't know even what time it is. Hey, Mark, I missed you. Sorry. All the highs coming down. They are all poor cardboard cutouts for the DW and DDoS machines. Prairie Fire says, yeah. And look, I don't know. I don't know. Some people seem to have a little bit more of a handle on which ones are alter egos than others. Because I can't keep up with it all. How many fake accounts does DDoS have? And Dark Waters, for that matter. Prairie, yes, they are purposely infiltrating. Send me a link. Squash Lock out. Well, dude, I would love to. I don't think, because I've tried doing that stuff out here before and it don't work. The Wi-Fi is too weak. But we ought to do it sometime. But also, like, I need to wrap her up. I didn't mention if you. Yeah, get out of here, Mank. I'm sick of you. Brain says he's doing great. Only a few days of pills left. Also, Xmas Star. Mank won't let you damage his image of himself. No use arguing with him. Yeah. Hopefully somebody convinces him just to not come in here and do that shit anymore. I'm sick of him doing it. He's definitely borderline trolling. He floods the chat every time with that stuff. Brandy says, "Yay, Icon, you found a tree." Prairie Fire says, "I just usually shut up now when I see them, Brandy." Well, we need to go after them. Like, that's, they depend on us backing down for their tactics to work. Timmy Boy says, "I missed that. I guess still think he's a dick in my opinion." Prairie Fire says, "Has the King DDoS made his entrance here tonight yet? If not, I'm sure." Oh, he's got spies, man, or he's lurking. Every so often, Dark Waters will come in and put like 3 little dots, like he's trying to act. He's trying to fuck with me, but the Dark Waters, you're very cute. Trying to act like, oh, you're watching me. Of course you're fucking watching me, you douchebag. I know you are, but I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Brandy says, "I'm sorry, my dear. Just know you are much more than name calling, yelling, trying to keep a positive flow." I know. Pitbull, a great big-hearted dog. How far behind am I with you guys? Jesus. Meant to skip you. Mogiana says, "Prairie Fire high." Tom will drop out of that chopper on a wire and steal your gummy bears, Mr. Lee. Mogs, let's talk, dude. Yeah, I'd love to bring y'all on, but I know this will fucking shut. It won't work. Very far. Good. You see, and I need to wrap her up anyway because I think CFB ought to be coming on or on. Pat, you can't barge in here and demand a link, or can you? Oh, Pat's welcome here anytime. But I haven't done guests yet at all because anytime I've tried to, like, because I've tried going on other people's shows and it just, for whatever reason, that's just more than what this Wi-Fi can handle, and it all fucks up. So it's completely pointless to try and do it, unless I'm going from another location. But out here, this is just crap. It won't work, guaranteed. Uh, I can do just me, but well, I don't mind. I mean, I try to let people say whatever they want. It's just that he keeps on harping on this thing every freaking time he shows up. It's just golly, and then he gets all mad when I start tearing them apart. All good in the hood, says Mogian Monster. Just talk, bro. Mogian says, or Squash Talk says, Mogian. Papa, that is evil. What? Free speech is evil? Dude, you're using free speech every time you spread your nonsense. So how can you... Are you serious right now? That's like people burning the American flag. You know, freedom of expression that the flag stands for is what gives you the right to burn it. So it's kind of stupid to burn the symbol of the very freedom that you're using to be able to burn it. You see the... oh, man. That's the kind of logic we're dealing with Mank here. It's blue ball of energy when he was a pup. Now he's a bit lazy. Damn creature comforts. Team Boy says, right, Haywood. I've seen the bunch pull the same shit with Bitconda. Yeah, one of the comments he made was, if you want to see what happened, I can't remember what it was. I got the screenshot somewhere. If you want to see what happens, ask Vic Condiff. Well, maybe I will. I don't know, but I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna back down. You guys can claim all your shit you want. I tell you what. Brandy says, "Fuck that pertaining to bullying and blocking someone who had a legitimate question." To bullying and blocking someone who had a legitimate question. Are you talking about that situation the other night? Was it a sneaky tree icon? I mean, probably well camouflaged. Mogian says shit happens. Can't believe the nastiness of humans. I will say no names. Whatever, Mank. You stop coming in here with that same thing every time. We get it. You believe the Earth is a circuit board. Now, okay, whatever. Scotty says, what was he wanted for icon? Brandy says, it's all an act to spin the narrative as they wish. Put the blame on everyone else. Yeah. Man, I'm like 10 minutes behind y'all in chat, ain't I? His boys come along soon. Chris Covers got his mattress, for goodness sakes. He's a spoiled boy. Good for him. Might be spoiled. Those picky thief trees. Crazy people debate stuff with other people. Dude, I didn't ask you to come on here for a debate, so why are you up in here trying to debate me? I don't want to talk about this issue at all. I've told you it's bullshit. End of story. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Brandy says, gotta stand my ground, and I won't back down. Yeah. Got to. Slept on a wooden floor for 6 years. Is that what happened to you? Shame on him, Scotty. Yes, it can. To be honest, how many times does Lockbeard have to say he doesn't want to? I support you. I respect you. I think you time better spent someone willing to listen. Especially that's up on the ground, but put a white fur house down. Free balling. She had it coming. Prairie Fire says whole bunch of them, and they associate are a bunch of fucking goofs. I've heard there are parties interested in their Dogman cam scams also. Yeah, they're so full of crap. Good pillows. People clout chasing. I was just joking about Pat Lockbeard. Oh yeah, Papa their family, spoiled rotten family. Um, are you sure? Because every time I've tried this, I don't know. Um, like for starters, how far behind am I in chat? But I mean, we could try it, I guess. Pine sap is a natural antibiotic. Just see what's going on. Clean colon. What the hell? Only place I like him is Dad in the Stand with Light. I mean, I guess technically, Vic's a shitbag too. Timmy says. Come to think of it, anyone has Donald Fuller today? Not today, I don't think. Like aroma, I can't stand being sticky. Dogman says, Lockbeard, when these wankers come into your randoms, why don't you just block them from chat to spare everyone from the distraction? Well, I'm trying to maintain as much of a free speech situation as possible. But if you're talking about like the Dark Waters Vault and DDoS crew of scumbags, I'm I've been letting them run their mouths on the chat, and then I've got the screenshots because let's say that they do try, because they were trying to claim that because D was trying to claim that I was harassing him, but him and his crew, even though he hasn't come in under his name or anything, but I bet if there was a little bit of an investigation, we would find out that some of the accounts involved, some of the names on the screen involved are him, and they are coming into my chat fucking with me. I'm not going into their chat messing with them. So how am I the one harassing? They're harassing me. I'm just saying shit on my channel. That's not harassment. So if they come on and say all this stuff, I screenshot it, and that's evidence in case there ever is actually some legal situation, just in case. And then also I can show people, so because sometimes they delete their shit. There was a case where someone changed their name, so it retroactively changes the name in the chat playback, so that anyone went back trying to see what that guy says, they don't see his name anymore. They see a different name. Well, you need screenshots to combat that bullshit. And so that's part of the reason why, I let them do it, because I'm screenshotting stuff and collecting evidence. Because I don't know what's possibly going to happen as a result of this crap. Man considers disagreeing with him nasty shit. Well, Pat he has some demanding debate on every channel. They like make you have to stop demanding debate. Yeah, they all want to debate. Like, I don't want to debate you. I just want you to go away with you don't have anything. All you have is bullshit. The abuse must endure. Randy says, leave Michael alone. cocktails. So I don't know if I should try to do this. Well, I guess technically, like it might work now. I don't know because the internet's been changed out here because the lightning hit it and they had to put in new equipment, and so I think it may be different now. But sound right. People get nasty. People sharing knowledge. Shut up, Mank. You're not sharing knowledge. You're sharing bullshit. Good night, everyone. Peace. Mogian Monster says. Take it easy, man. Thanks for dropping by. Trying to catch up in the chat, and then maybe like, okay, so if Pat's still here, take care. Say hello to Stevie. Says Brandy. Michael Haywood is the peg champion of his state. It's internationally recognized. It's even on Wiki. For not getting the juice. And great job keeping your cool on your stream the other night, Mogs. Yeah. He was on some chat the other day. I don't remember who. I'm never going to catch up to this. It was around earlier chat. So up here, how's work been? Can I have an update on your gecko son? He passed away, actually. I think conditions were too damp in there because everything else was fine that was living in there. But you never know, especially with a young lizard. If if it's something that needs a certain humidity level or a certain amount of water, it was just too wet in there. So I've been trying to dry it out slowly. So that if I ever find another one, I might put him in there. But I think the conditions were way too wet. He died. Sorry. I killed our baby. I'm in trouble now. Yes, LOCKBEARD showing legal documents that had proof of his history. Yeah, LOCKBEARD, you showed legal documents that had proof of his history. Yeah, they didn't like that. Saucy fossils. Yeah, I didn't even show everything. That's I didn't even show everything. Oh, it wasn't time really. Missed all but 20 minutes. Is Pat still here? Calling people dumb or saying, get the hell out of here, Mank. I'm seriously, like, you just keep on and on. I do not understand. What's up, Kaikon? Storm ripping us now. Fossil is a weapon, sober. Must not have been too exciting. I don't give notice. Peace mode. I didn't get one either, Icon. Oh no, rest in peace, little Deco. Damn. Yeah. I mean, when I first put everything in there, like I don't know, I just got too much water in there, I think. So it was muddy. I mean, I think you could tell from the pictures. So I'm trying to get it dried out. I got some sand and put it in there, and then put a rock in there. Figured he might stay on there because he could go up to the top, like he could climb the glass, and if air was an issue. But if air was an issue, why didn't anything else die? Like there's a millipede in there that's bigger than he was, pretty much as far as mass wise. He should have been fine, but. So I must be cold front. Brandy says, "Why would you be in trouble? I'm sure you didn't kill him on purpose, murderer." Icon says, "Brains, I usually don't, but it's nice to keep up." Squash. I mean, do you want to try? Because we could. I usually try to get off by now because I don't want to overrun on CFB, but we could try. What do you want? You want to talk about the vault stuff, or um, how do I do it? Because it may. I mean, it may because I haven't tried anything since the internet. Like it's changed. Like it's different equipment. I think he did some kind of upgrade because the lightning hit this out here and fucked it all. Shut it all down. They had to replace everything. So maybe it does work. I don't know. I keep forgetting that, but maybe it does work, and maybe it will work. Um, yeah, I finally caught up to chat. The latter side icon been talking to Ruthless behind the scenes. What an absolute gentleman. So I guess the question is, how do I share the link? Well, there went that icon says. Or do you, or we could do, or maybe we could do it. Try it another night, Pat. I don't. Oh, CFB's not on. Still haven't said hi, Pat. Hi back, Pat. Brandy says. How do I? Okay, there it is. I don't think I've ever actually done it this way before. Okay, I am doing that now. Just a second. All right, it's off. Maybe we can try it. Yeah, I sent it. Pat. Would be cool to see Pat on. Yes, it would. Hopefully it works. I'm not very optimistic, but well, live and learn. I had smoke coming out of my ears. I don't know if he's talking about me. He was talking about Ruthless. Think you need a timeout? Mr. Lee says, try it. Yeah, we're trying it. I sent them a link, but I don't know. Like how to do a lot of this stuff. Oops. Is everybody still there? Okay. Oh, there he is.
Here I am.
Welcome. I'll be damned, this thing's working.
Yep. So I hear a little bit of feedback. We'll deal with that. We'll do the walkie-talkie thing.
Cool.
Yeah, but basically, if you can, if you're on StreamYard, then StreamYard it doesn't matter what your Wi-Fi connection is. If you can connect to StreamYard, it does all the rest. So So if I come into the show like I am now, StreamYard's coming off my Wi-Fi, not yours. Does that make
Oh,
sense?
gotcha. Well, yeah, because when I've gotten on other people's shows before from here, like I wasn't coming through well at all. Like we couldn't have a conversation.
Yeah, that's all about your Wi-Fi. That's how StreamYard works.
Gotcha.
It's just whoever's connected to StreamYard, it all branches out to their like the other people's Wi-Fi. Which is why I'm coming through like 10 times clearer than you are right now. If that makes
Awesome.
sense. Yeah. So what's up, bro? My main man.
Just doing a live.
Yeah. And you know, I have to be careful here, actually. Because I've had some long conversations with my dudes tonight. So I want to be careful. But we could talk about some things.
What was because there's been various subjects coming through. What was something that particularly you wanted to talk about?
Well, I want yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I know some of this stuff's
Yeah.
kind of touchy,
Yeah.
and there's some things people don't want to say out loud. And
pull up Vaughn. Pull up Vaughn.
Vaughn?
Yeah.
Has he got a?
Get that guy out of here. Get him out.
Oh, no. There he is.
I'll say this. Because I wanted to at one point tonight I wanted to talk to Moggs. I brought it up in chat and he was like, "Well, what do you want to talk about?" You know, kind of like he was like, "What, you know, what, dude?" And then he dipped out, and not because of me, probably because he has a life, you know, like you know, I'll say this, Moggs, like, dude, you are a very controlled, cool cat, man. Like, so I just want to throw that out there about Moggs, man. He's a cool cat, you know. He's not the guy you want to walk up to on the street and bump into and go, "Hey, get out of my way. What are you doing?" But he's also the guy that, like, you could sit down, crack open a beer and go, "Man, dude, I've had a hard day." You know what I'm saying? He's a cool cat. And I saw that last night from him. And it's just a weird thing, going on with that whole stuff. But again, like, how deep is it worth diving into?
I don't know. I just know that that group's been messing with me, and to see that they got that kind of reaction out of Mogs,
Well, Mogs, again, he handled it very well. Extremely diplomatic, I'll say.
Yeah. I mean, but that's what we got speaks volumes, is what I'm saying.
I know that, dude.
Just because Mogs don't usually, go down that kind of road.
Yeah. I'll say this, Lockbeard, let's just let it go, man. Like, let's walk away. Let's walk away. Just walk away. Like, screw it. It doesn't matter. It ain't worth messing with, dude. Let's just walk away and let the chips fall where they fall, because they're gonna fall. With you and I don't have to be here talking about it or getting into it. We could. You and I both know we could. But you know what? We don't, because those chips are going to fall where they fall regardless.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just when someone someone pokes me,
I hear you, dude. I'm the same way, man.
They haven't been here lately, but I mean, it sounds like they're doing it to other people. So
Here's my thing, dude. And how do I articulate this? It's creeping in a very calculated way. That's why I say just walk away. Drop it. Don't engage. Don't. And that's me saying that, bro. You know me, man. Lockbeard. Hey, have you not been paying attention? You know who I am?
oh yeah.
I'm Pat Turner, man. Like, I will engage, like Picard. Engage. I say on this, disengage.
Yeah, there's a few people saying the same thing. And some of the reasons, like, I wouldn't repeat. But so, and I haven't. I mean, I've been trying to stay away from it for the most part.
No, not surrender, Prairie Fire. Sorry, I'm keeping up with chat.
Uh-oh. Where's Prairie Fire talking?
Not surrender. Disengage.
Surrender?
Just disengage. Like, you know what? We're not gonna have anything to do with you. I put it out there with my dudes tonight in private conversation. Gave them a heads up. Dude, half of, like, they didn't even know what I was talking about. I had to explain it, actually, to half of them. And it was just like, this could be coming. This could be knocking on the door. This is kind of a heads up thing. So, they told, they know me, and they were like, don't you do it. Don't you, like they picked up on the fact that I was giving them a heads up almost, and they were scared that I was going to go out there and bring it to the table. And I kind of am right now, except I'm bringing it to the table in a disciplined way, talking to you, Locke, saying, you know what, bro, we both just like disengage, because I think that's the best move.
Is that I don't know how to put that. Is that because of potential problems coming my way or your way as a result of what we're doing, or is it because they're going down anyway?
No. I mean, that's a factor. That could be a factor, but I just say it's disruption. It's a distraction to, like, moving the ball down the field. Like, from my point of view, I don't speak for you, Locke, but say from my point of view, just moving the ball down the field, looking forward. It's an absolute disruption that could be very disruptive. If that makes any sense,
Gotcha.
I mean, if it comes down to it, yeah, sure. If there's something super obvious that happens, then it has to be dealt with, then fine. Obviously. But hey, I just kind of taken the position of I really wanted to engage, and I've decided to disengage and actually, put up a wall to that stuff. So
Yeah. I mean, it's probably best for now. I get it. I I just want them to understand that they can't be their intimidation tactics aren't going to work, with me. They've tried, and
I know, man.
it it really wouldn't have come up at all. It would have just been, but they were coming at me, and a lot of this stuff people haven't seen. It wasn't in chat, it was in my email. It was comments under videos that they didn't immediately deleted, but they still land in my email and all that stuff. And
You screenshot. You
I got.
screenshot and all that.
I've been screenshotting like a madman on stuff.
All right.
So that if anything does get stupid, because Deet, was threatening the lawsuit, and so if things really did get that stupid, I'd be like, well, here's proof that they were the ones harassing me, not the other way around.
Yeah, and emails can be sent to prob officers. Say that.
Yes.
That's not hard to do. Not hard to do.
And I might have, not in the exact terms, but I might have implied that possibility and then in a return email.
Yeah. No.
So.
I'll say this, and again, I am just going to the disengagement, but we're not to be messed with. I say we. I don't know who I speak on that behalf. I know there's a we. I can't speak for everyone. Everyone has a different voice or opinion or level that they want to engage in any kind of thing like this. But there is a we. And we're not to be messed with.
Yeah. And I've the different people I've communicated with privately, there isn't like exactly one perspective here and one perspective there. It's varied. And one person's I'm not gonna be able to word everything right, but there's just not everyone's just one camp, but they are kind of on this side and then kind of on that side. But
right, the way I can sum up the Bigfoot world, if we want to talk about that, is that it's thousands of tribes, and some of those tribes are loosely affiliated with each other, So you have thousands and thousands of tribes, but then you have little federations, within that. So that's the best way I can sum it up.
Yeah. Well, so I don't know. I don't want to have to talk about it. If they just leave me alone. I mean, they caused more talk about it though on my part because they were coming at me. Because I was going on to other stuff for now. But
Here's my problem with it. Here's my only problem with it. We could say whatever we want to each other. It's when it gets into a very, very uncomfortable level of kind of starts to sound like threats. Like in real life threats.
Yeah, and I have a screenshot that most people who saw that would agree that was a threat.
Yeah. And that's what I heard last night. I heard loose threats. I'm good at picking those up. Just something I have experience with. Somebody tried to kill me once. So I know a thing or two about threats. So yeah. So when we start getting into that level of discourse and those things start happening, I just say disengage. It's not worth dealing with past this point. I'd say let this be the demarcation line. You know what I mean? Lockbeard.
Yeah.
Let this be the line that, you and I and maybe others are a part of. Let it be the demarcation line. Anything that gets crossed past that, we didn't cross. They did.
Yeah. Yeah. And hopefully no one on this side has made any kind of implied or otherwise threat towards them.
Are you kidding me?
Has anybody?
No.
I mean,
not even close. Like, dude, we have the smartest chat in the Bigfoot world, except for Vaughn. He's a little. He might be a little. I don't know. That guy Vaughn, but we have the smartest chat in the Bigfoot world, the most intelligent. Pretty sure I can prove that if I need to, but I'm not even trying to throw that out there. These are good people. That's what I know. I mean, at least in my chat, dude. I don't know. I see a lot of there's some crossover between my chat and yours, but in my chat, man, they're smart people. They're good people. Every now and then, somebody will pop in. Anybody could pop in, dude. Any random person could pop in and talk shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that happens every now and then. It just depends on what they say. And what I heard last night disturbed me greatly. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a repeated thing, and I'm just wondering at what point does something happen to for consequences for that repeated kind of thing.
I'm listening. BRB.
Yeah. So I haven't seen the chat they're referring to, though. I just heard Mokes talking about it, but having experienced a similar thing myself, I'm just kind of wondering, has that gone far enough that there would be repercussions for the person doing it? So
it is, God, and this is so hard for me to do, but my guys talked me off the cliff tonight. It's like, it's time to disengage. It's time. It's time to ignore that which is bad and wrong. And we can sit here right now and admit and say it's bad, it's wrong, but it's time to disengage, man. Don't give it another second of attention. And if it comes your way, block. Just block.
Man, I've been trying not to do that.
No, but hey, dude, you know me, Lockbeard. I don't either. I'm not a fan of blocking. This has reached a level of seriousness and, in my opinion, potential dangerousness. You got to do it. You have to. And dude, talk about whatever, but this has gone too far. It's starting to creep into the all things good category, and we can't let it. So just put up the brick wall. If it keeps coming your way, man, brick it off. Like, nope.
Well, we got Mr. Lee's question for you. Can you speak for Sasquatch?
No, I can't. Like, why? What makes you think I can speak for Sasquatch? Like,
That's actually not one of his most random questions on there. He's asked me some pretty random questions.
Nobody can speak for these things because nobody has a relationship with them.
Here's Jeff. Don't take this the wrong way, but sometimes rising above it and acknowledging that you're the bigger man and refuse to waste time on it comes off as admirable. Not letting it go can come off as insecure. We're bigger than that, he says.
Yeah, I know what he's saying. I think I'd probably have to have a personal conversation with Jeff because I don't think he understands all the variables involved. Maybe he does.
Have you talked to him at all?
Oh yeah. Me and Jeff and I are friends. Like I get him on the phone right now.
He kind of told me what you just said. Let it go. You know, that's what he kind of told me.
Yeah. Dude, I didn't. Dude, Timmy boy, I did not time you out last night. Did I do a show? I guess I did do a show last night. I did not time you out last night, bro.
Is Timmy boy talking about that? Where's he at?
You have to be careful with that because like Vaughn is one of my moderators, so he might time you out. Like I'm not saying that he did. I'm not throwing Vaughn under the bus. I didn't time you out. As far as I know, I never saw anybody get timed out because I should get that notification if it happens. So sorry, Timmy boy. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I think the only person I've personally ever timed out was Raptor. And for 10 minutes. It was a 10-minute timeout. That's it. One time. That's it. Wouldn't you?
When you send a picture of 30 guys standing there like bring it intimidation.
Yeah.
Oh, did somebody do that?
I could provide that. That I could provide. I have one of those pictures.
I'll be opting out early Just don't enjoy the randoms when the focus is on the same old debates. He's talking about people coming in the chat and starting in.
Yeah. And you know, that can be a troll situation. You know, I've had trolls like,
Yeah, I saw the spam. uh, Jeff says I was mountain lion hunting for 3 days and missed anything last night. I'll have to figure out what you're referencing and catch up, but I'd still rise above it and let it go.
hey, I'll say this. I mean, to Jeff's credit, like, he doesn't know what we're talking about because he doesn't, he's not as deep into the minutia as we are. You know, um, he's actually above. Jeff hangs above what the kind of like dirtiness of what, you know, we're talking. Like, he wouldn't know. I could call him right now on Facebook Messenger and he'd be like, who? You know, he'd be like, who? You know? And I'd be like, I have to explain it. Like, it's this guy and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, so I appreciate you chiming in, Jeff, but you don't actually know what we're talking about. And I will explain it to you.
See if we got anything else in here.
Oh, we got a lot. Chat's lit up.
It has.
Mhm.
I assume they're talking about 30 guys in a picture. I guess I didn't see this picture.
Me neither. And I don't care to.
Has some wool.
Disengaging.
Disengaging. Well, I guess we could. Factor Vaughn needs tacos.
He always needs tacos. That's just get him out of here. Somebody block that guy.
Sean says, good. The rumor of me being intelligent that I started has gotten around.
And that is right. Vaughn just summed it up. Discourse is fine. Personal attacks are not. And that's true. I mean, that's what it boils down to. Like, you can't get personal. Like, as much as I want to sometimes, dude, because people have done me wrong, you know? So when somebody does you wrong, what do you want to do? You want to get personal about it, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't. At the end of the day.
There it is.
Yeah, to like, it depends. I mean, it depends, dude. I mean, if you're somebody that pushes old people down the stairs, I'm going to get personal on you to the end of your freaking life, right? If you kick dogs across the room, I'm going to get personal on you to the end of your life, you know? But, you know, if you ban me from a group, I'm not going to get personal on you to the end of your life. Like, I can still have good discourse with you, you know? I could still have good discourse with Kerry Arnold, you know? He's a good dude. Like, he kicked me out of the Bigfoot Odyssey, whatever. No, I can have good discourse with him. For sure. But if you kick dogs across the room because you like to kick dogs across the room, I'm gonna stay on your fucking ass till the day you die or I die. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Is that an owl sound, Pat?
No, it's my phone. Like you don't. Come
Mr.
on,
Lee?
3PO. You, you don't know the difference between a barred owl and a phone.
No, man. Let's see the picture. I don't know what picture they're talking about, Mr. Lee.
Yeah, I have no idea what they're talking about either. 3PO. Like, not a clue. Not a clue.
Let's talk about Mank, I guess. Well, I was supposed to be talking about doppelgangers tonight, but we kind of ran out of steam on that. You don't know nothing about that?
Doppelgangers. What is
Yeah,
that?
that's kind of
old photos from the 1890s that look like Brad Pitt or something.
well,
you're talking about.
We were mainly talking about the spiritual traditions of it, and but I was hoping somebody would come in the chat that had actually seen one or had some kind of experience like that, but
Evidently not. Sorry, Lockbeard.
But
Try again.
Then things went off the rails with
yeah, because you just go along with chat. So here's the thing about your show, dude. You like it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you let chat dictate your show. And we all do that to some degree sometimes when we're solo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's understandable. When it's just you don't have anything to bounce off of except chat, they will dictate your direction. So I'll say to you this: if you want to stump speech about anything, you have to ignore chat. Sorry, guys.
Well, they have a lot of good stuff sometimes, but sometimes certain individuals come in and
they can shape things. Yeah,
make things in a
change direction. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a thing. I agree.
Yeah, I guess they're yeah. I mean, because they're saying we're being cryptic.
Well, I'm trying to back off. Like, dude, I can start talking shit. So which do you guys want? And most importantly, Lockbeard, because this is his show. I could start talking shit right now.
Oh,
but
well, I mean, you've heard me, about these guys.
Yeah, but I'll say it, dude. I'll say it way more. Like, I'll go 10 times. 10 times.
Well, I mean, if you want to, I don't care.
That's the thing, because my guys.
You say you want to back down, though. You want to disengage.
I do. Exactly. So I'm saying I could talk shit, but I had an honest conversation with my guys tonight, and they made it very clear. Nope, let it go. Disengage. I was like, okay. And here I am with the perfect opportunity to do the exact opposite, and I'm going to resist that urge.
Resist the temptation.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's best, it's best. I've been trying to be disengaged about it, but
I know.
I
know it comes your way. That's why I say just build, at this point, build the wall. Like, put up that brick wall. Just don't even let them in. Don't let them have an in to even like tickle your brain or anything or chats. Nobody. Like, I'll say this before I disengage. I'll throw this accusation out there. They're bad people. The bad people don't let bad people into chat, you know? So what's a good analogy? You know, if somebody comes into chat and says, we should all kick our dogs across the room, that's what we should do. Are you going to let them in? I'm sure you've been raided by the National Socialist trolls. Have you not?
Rated?
Yeah.
No, I don't guess I have.
Where,
the National Socialists showed up?
Yeah, where the National Socialists show up talking all their stuff with the National Socialist flag.
Yeah, I've seen them hit some of the other chats, but they haven't hit me.
Okay.
That
So
I recall.
it's kind of like that. It's like when that shows up, what do? Boom, gone.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Make sense?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, fair enough. That's what I'm saying. You know, like from now on, those people, I'm not saying they're National Socialists. Maybe they are. I don't know if they are or not. But treat it that way. Just shut it down. It's Jeff. We are getting in, like, we're backing away from this. Believe it or not, right? Like, right? That's the thing. Like, help me out, Vaughn.
We're
back.
I think he was talking about a while ago when you were saying I could go off. He's not going to go off, I don't think.
Well, I didn't, and I'm sure that you're reviewing a message from 10 minutes ago.
It probably. I don't know how. I'm back pretty far. I've had to skip a bunch of people. I know some people probably aren't happy they got skipped, but I can't read everything. Don't do it, Lockbeard.
There's a bigger discussion there is a bigger discussion to be had here behind closed doors. And I hate to say that because everybody wants to be involved, everybody watching. But there's a difference. Like, there's things we say on air and there's things we say off air. And we can't say everything we want to say because it would just rock the boat too much, And there's a lot of things you'd be shocked and surprised. A lot of things that get hashed out off air that you'd be shocked by. Some of it's personal. It could be personal sometimes, or it could just be opinionated. But that does happen. It's a part of what we do and how we communicate with you guys. And I think it's fair. We just can't say everything on air. We can't.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a couple aspects of the whole mess that I don't want to repeat on air. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And like, shit. Like, I don't know that you and I have ever had a real conversation off air. Just you and me. And I'm saying this about, people I love, like my friends in the Bigfoot world, which you're one of. Like, I mean, you're my main man. But but I communicate daily with people in the Bigfoot world who are important people to me. And I'm learning, that maybe I should run some things by these people I care. So as to not lose them, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And it's worked out for me. Like, it's working out for me. But I don't ever want to lose myself either. Like, I don't want to become somebody I'm not, But I'm learning as we move through this journey, Lockbeard, these waters. As we move through these waters, dude, I'm learning. And I hope you are too. You seem like the kind of guy that is always learning. Because you're a smart dude, man. You're a smart guy.
I'm trying.
I could tell you are. You're an intelligent dude.
I just man, I've been shaking that tree. Shaking the tree.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, me
And-
too. Me too, man.
And it's just gotten a little wild this time on this particular issue.
And see,
So,
that's,
I mean,
that's a red flag.
I'm
It should never get too wild,
So, I mean, I'm not spooked at all, like,
Me
even
neither.
though, there were threats of legal action and threats of implied physical, I'm not spooked by that, but it is crazy. And I don't necessarily want to continue, with this issue at the time until I have more information and if it makes any sense to. I just, I did that deal, that I did that one live stream, and it sparked a whole big thing, and I see continued threats happening to others. I hate to step out and not keep the pressure on, I guess, but part of me doesn't want to, but the other part of me feels like what you just said is we should disengage, at least for the time being.
And we should. We should.
I mean, if we're talking about we as a collective.
Yeah, I mean, I use that word "we" loosely, but also in a very real way. Like, those who know, they know, they know who they are, and yeah, it's just a better thing to do, because I don't want war. I can go to war, but I don't want war. So just engage. Like, I've summed it up. I've looked at the totality of it and decided, this is better. This is better to walk away from than like super engage. So that's my advice to you and sort of the topic in general. Do not engage.
Yep. Yeah, it's funny how often I'm hearing that lately. Not on just this issue. The cops told me not to engage someone the other day. I had this guy kind of kept harassing me, and they said, "Look, he's just crazy."
Yeah,
Just
I
don't
mean,
talk to him.
here's my thing is that, I mean, to Timmy Boy and your point is that, no, it's becoming more of a real world thing than a fucking Bigfoot thing. It's starting to cross that line. And I knew that 100%. And so therefore, that's why I'm talking about it and talking about the way I'm talking about it now, is for that very reason. It's crossing over that line. You know, this isn't me criticizing the 168. You know, it ain't that. You know.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess someone should. You never know what someone's going to do. I guess is what I'm trying to say. So he's saying we're taking it a little too serious, but
No, yeah, I know.
maybe not.
I just addressed that. Like,
So
there's more going on here than you know, Timmy. It's crossed the line into the real world, in my opinion. Not the Bigfoot world. Cross the line over the Bigfoot world into the real world.
Lester says we still need to call out hoaxers when we see them, no matter who they are. Donald did nothing wrong. What did? Oh, you're talking about what Bogues was talking about.
Yeah, I mean Donald just called out that that audio, it was from a like a B movie, Bigfoot B movie, and it was like that's verifiable. That's all Donald did, but Donald wasn't even the one that discovered that. It was other people that discovered it, realized it, and called it out. And then Donald just reiterated it on that channel and was attacked for it. So that's kind of how like all this came about.
Yeah.
And I just see it, like I see it spiraling out of control. And maybe honestly, maybe I'm not helping that by being here and discussing it, but I really am trying to do it in a way of the disengagement, like just disengage. Yeah. I'm talking to myself more than anyone else.
Well, we could all try that and see what happens. But if they're gonna continue to threaten people for just questioning,
very simple question, or even statement, even just to say, "Oh, hey, that's from a cheesy Bigfoot movie."
Yeah.
Like, which it is. That's the thing, is that it is. He wasn't wrong in saying that. He was 100% correct. It could be proven, so
Yeah.
It's like, it's so easy to prove. It's like we don't have to engage with you. You make the case. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
You want to turn it into a chest fucking popping thing. Go for it. See what happens.
Michael laughed at the first hour of what, the 168?
Oh God.
Oh man.
I don't know that that's what Michael was talking about. Maybe.
I think it is. Just the first hour?
No, I mean, look, dude, here's my thing. Here's what I'm about. Just to reiterate, if you've never heard it before, I'm all about fairness.
Yeah.
I will take. So I will take fairness as I dish it out, if that makes sense. You know, I'm willing to dish out fairness in the exact same levels. I will take fairness if you want to, you know, talk to me about anything. So I'm fair.
Yeah.
And I hate it when people aren't fair. And so as far as Carrie Arnold goes, man, I'm 100% fair with that guy. I don't hate Carrie. Like, I don't dislike Carrie. I don't have much personal interest in my relationship with Carrie Arnold. I thought it was unfair what he did to me, you know, kicking me out of the Bigfoot Odyssey group. So that's a strike against him in the unfairness category. Dude, I'll have a discussion with Carrie any day of the week, personally or otherwise. You know?
Yeah.
I don't dislike Carrie Arnold, you know?
Original Hal audio. Is that where it originally came from?
Okay, yeah, I still don't get this. I need to look into it more. I don't understand what this connection to Roger Patterson is, because this actually came out of a movie in the early 80s. So Patterson would have been dead, passed away by 10 years. So I don't understand. If somebody could please email me the actual connection to Roger Patterson, I just don't see at all where that's coming from.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's referring to there.
All I know is that it's a verified audio pulled from an actual production from the early 80s. Something that was created for a B quality, not even a B, probably C quality Bigfoot movie in the 80s.
He says Patterson created the sound he heard, and then the movie used that audio.
Yeah, but I mean, so where's the connection? I still don't understand the connection.
I don't either.
That sounds like a fucking story. Like, can that be documented? Like,
yeah, I'm at a loss on that one.
Yeah, me too. And yeah, we could talk about that more, you know, bud. I just need more understanding and connections, and like I still don't get it. And it's been brought up to me 3 times in the past 24 hours. So, yeah.
Well, sure, somebody will get to the bottom of this. I'm going to try and disengage. I'll try.
Yeah, just do your best, dude. If somebody comes into your chat and talks shit, I don't know. I don't think you have any mods, do you?
No, I didn't even want to go down that road. Yeah. It's been so extreme. Like a while ago, there was some kind of spamming, and I mean, it's easy enough for me to knock them out. You know, I don't have enough people in chat to just worry about that. But I've just seen so many cases of mods getting a little heavy-handed, and
that can happen too. You know.
And I just figured I'd just eliminate that possibility altogether until I absolutely have to deal with mods.
Yeah, no, I get it.
If that ever happens, I don't know why that would ever happen. This channel can't possibly go anywhere.
Well, again, see, the thing is, man, if the National Socialists show up and start posting their stuff, which happens in like duplicates, by the way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like duplicate.
Yeah.
And you are, 20 lines above it dealing with, Dogman or whatever, then you have no way of knowing that is hanging in your chat.
Yeah.
So that's where the mod kicks in,
Yeah.
The mod can go boom, delete, because you're up here dealing with Dogman and chat, right? Which we all know is just misidentified kangaroos. But the National Socialists are down here posting their flags and their rhetoric. And dude, you don't see it for 10 minutes, maybe 15.
Yeah. I think we lost you, Pat. Yeah, we might have lost Pat.
Yeah. Well, everyone does.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
There you are.
Eventually, everyone loses me.
Well,
Yeah, I'll let you go, dude. Just food for thought.
yeah.
To be honest with you, I mean, as good as it is to talk to you, Lockbeard, because, well, I mean, you are my main man. But this was kind of an exercise of my own discipline, and I hope I passed the test with flying colors, man, in the eyes of the people I care about. So
Yeah.
just
You,
disengage.
you sure you don't want to go off on them?
Oh, look at you tempting me. No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
I've said everything I feel like I needed to say, man, tonight. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and like I said, I'm going to try because it some people aren't liking this whole thing. They don't want to see it. They don't like the negativity, and plus the stuff that a lot of people don't know that's involved with the whole scenario.
And
So
that's the thing. That's the thing, man. I'll stand by your side 100%, Lockbeard, and you know this. Is that you guys watching right now or chatting, man? You don't know. You could never know the other side. There is another side to this. There is a off-air side to all of this, and sometimes it's bad. It's bad. So when we come on here and we're talking, we're carrying the weight of what we know to be on the other side that you guys never see. Just understand that, please. And with that, I will take a bow.
well, thanks for coming in. And I guess we've successfully tested this. It'll work if someone wants to come on. So you're welcome to come on and talk anytime you want. And yeah, thanks for joining us, chat, Pat.
Thanks, Lockbeard. I'll see you Tuesday.
Alrighty, I'll see you. And we've definitely gone overtime tonight. I'll look at a little bit more chat, but we're gonna wrap her up. Chat's been flying. Talk about the 168. Oh my God, no! It's on the Sasquatch archive channels. I wouldn't say it if it couldn't. Let's see here. Scotty says, "Is the Sierra sounds legit, or is Dave Pilates and his research shit?" I don't know. I really don't know about that. It could be shit. And Dave Pilates could be. I mean, how do we know? Uh, oh, do we want Peter Kane on as an example of how to do the entertainment correctly? You know, like it ain't like he explicitly says it, but you know, you can tell it really. You could tell. I mean, he's you know, when you see his videos and he's got a Bigfoot handing out a bucket full of bloody corn cobs, you know he's entertainment. He's not trying to pass it off as real. This has been a hoot. Gotta go. Make deal with that narcissistic personality before the disorder takes over, Papa says. Yeah, I'm just so sick of Mank with that is all, you know. Patrick Vaughn says, "Fine, we all going for tacos." Sandra says, "Good night, Papa Craig." Better be pissed off than pissed on. Yeah. All right. Lester says, "Jen, stop saying taco. My head's going into a dark place." Like, you just dive right down to that dark place immediately when you hear. Not sure I interpreted that correctly. Game Boy says, "Later, Lockbeard, still think this ain't shit to worry about." Well, no, I'm not worried. I mean, but you know, I think there's always a possibility someone might act on whatever. It's just things are pretty convoluted around the whole situation, and you know, Pat's right. It might be best to just try not to, you know, like he worded it, do not engage. You know, it's just that they came at me. My instinct is to, you know, the rack the way that I have. They didn't come in tonight, so surprising. Hopefully, they've decided not to engage themselves, but I'm not holding my breath. But just trying to help you out. Michael says, "I think the Sierra sounds have been under scrutiny for quite a while, but still not debunked." Yeah, but I mean, I don't think that they have to be debunked. I think that they have to, because where's the burden of proof? You know, they have to prove that those sounds are what they say they are. It's not. So the burden of proof isn't to debunk them, if that makes sense to you. Steve Ishdahl. What am I going to do? Have him read chat for me? I can do that. uh, Steve Ishdahl. He wouldn't either. His channel's, yeah, so much shit these days. I mean, just whatever pumps up the numbers for him. He just reads whatever story. Yeah, Mank, whatever. Well, Jen says, Ishtal, listen for the stories. They are what's interesting. Yeah. But almost all of them probably bullshit, though. Yeah, Mr. Lee says, never looked at it that way, Lockbeard. Thank you. About the burden of proof. Yeah. 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 Just that's. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Are there sounds on tape? Yeah. But how do I, know that they are Bigfoot like they would have you believe? They could be just somebody in the woods faking that or something else. Who knows? But they need to prove that. Michael loves a good grope. All right, y'all. I'm very tired. We went way over, but glad to do that. To have Pat come talk to us. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap her up. Thank you all for joining us tonight, and see you next time. Bye.